Welcome to Small Chops, a podcast by Friendly Black Foodies. I'm Noelle.
And this is Ade.
And this week we are doing a live review of Ha Long Bay.
Woohoo!
Before we get into that review, let's talk about some of our foodie faves. So, best dish we ate this week, I'm going to go ahead and give it to my auntie who's visiting from London. She came and cooked jollof rice and effo, and I can't pronounce the other green stuff.
Ewedu.
That. It was delicious. Beyond that, I went and celebrated a friend's birthday at Envino downtown that had a really awesome shawarma flatbread.
For me, it was definitely the seafood pasta we had last night. That was really delicious. Great job, Noelle. Thank you for getting that recipe and making that.
Thank you. Something that saved our Instagram is tandoori chicken wings with a hot honey barbecue glaze by Sophie and Spice. A restaurant that I think we really want to try again, or not again, but kind of a new experience, is the Zafferano and Hidden Cave 7-course meal experience.
Yes.
We might have already missed it. I'm not quite sure, but that is something that we want to experience because it sounds awesome. All right, so let's get into our live review of Ha Long Bay. For those of you who don't know, we have a little bit of a website that's a little bit neglected, but still full of some good gems, and a review kind of organization, for lack of a better word, that we've come up with is SALTY. So service, ambiance, large groups, taste, and the very Midwestern, I'll just edit it. So, in terms of service, what do you think?
Oh, the service was great. Definitely, you could tell the server was very knowledgeable about the menu and had good recommendations based on spice level and taste. So, really enjoyed that.
Yes, he was very honest with his recommendations. And for context, we've been to Ha Long Bay many times before. I actually grew up eating Ha Long Bay despite living in Milwaukee. It's one of my parents' favorite restaurants. So often, if they had business to do in Madison, they would pick it up and drive it home to us. So grew up going there. They were thrilled when I moved here to have more access to it. So no strangers to the menu, but we were with a couple that was a little bit newer. Mm-hmm. One new aspect is you can make reservations now, which was great. We were dining out with 2 babies and just didn't have time to do the whole waiting game that often used to happen with Ha Long Bay, so that was great. Yep. They actually texted me a couple of hours before asking, like, do you need 2 high chairs, or what's your ratio of adults to kids and the chairs you need, which I never know what to do. If anybody has a comment or a suggestion on, do you do 4 people and 2 babies, or what do you do there? So they were like, do you need a high chair, or do you need 2 high chairs? And I actually ended up telling them, hey, I'm going to be 10 minutes late because I was late leaving the house, but you all beat me there. But I thought the service was great.
Yeah, and one thing that they added to the new Ha Long Bay is that I think there's a bar now.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. The bar does take away some of the seating, but it is really nice to have a mocktail cocktail as well.
Yeah, let's get into the ambiance a little bit. So it's like a beautiful pale green with like tufted, like almost like velvet colored like booths and seating. It's really nice. So I go to the shop, which is run by one of the co-owners, and I think that family in general has a gift for hospitality and design, because the shop is really cute and pretty and like minimalist, but still feels like cozy and welcoming, and I feel like that's how Ha Long Bay feels like now.
Yeah. I would maybe appreciate more color. It was a lot very pastel, but it was nice. It was
very
nice.
Instagram. I was worried that the new ambiance would take away from the food, because often that happens where you have like a really pretty restaurant and food sucks. Yeah. But that is not the case here.
No, they kept the same flavor and same excellence as the previous Ha Long Bay, to say so.
Yes. In terms of large groups, this one is interesting because you can do reservations, but it's a small restaurant. It always has been small. Yeah. I think large groups have been doable. You could probably at those tables fit
six
comfortably. And I think you could still do that now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little tight.
Yeah.
Again, the bar did take up a decent amount of space.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can do a reservation is maybe a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I would, if you've got like 10 people, I probably wouldn't.
I mean, if you call ahead.
If you make a reservation, I think fair game.
Yeah.
Shoot, I can't think of anything, but that's a place I'd love to buy out for something. Like Ha Long Bay, like it's a cute spot that I'd be like, oh yeah, let's do like a little party or like a rehearsal dinner space. I think that would be very cute, but it's a little, it's cozy. It's a very good date spot now, actually. If you're like the person you're on a date with is like a little bit of like an adventurous or just flavorful eater, that's a cute spot, actually.
Gotcha. And definitely, they have a lot of veggie options, too. That's one thing that people don't realize. They have a lot of vegetarian options, because we had a person who was vegetarian with us, and they had a lot of stuff on the menu to recommend, so...
Yes, small shout out. We were with Harper of Harper's Hair Culture. I get my hair done with her, and she's a vegetarian. She's awesome. And her husband and little boy are super cute and just are so fun. But she seemed very comfortable with what to eat on the menu, especially being new to that restaurant. So with that, let's get into taste.
Yeah, so...
Let me pull up our Instagram so that we can remember what we had.
Well, first of all, I know that mocktail that you had was delicious.
Oh, that was good, and that came highly recommended. I was going to get something else, and the guy was like, no, that's not what I would recommend, and I deeply appreciated his honesty. So I got the tropical mango lemonade without boba. Mm-hmm. I'm not a boba pearl fan. I usually give them to Ade. I just want more of the drink. I don't want the tapioca. So I opted not to get that. That was the perfect drink. I could have had several more.
Yeah.
It wasn't too sweet. It wasn't too syrupy, but it was a good, like, kind of sour tang with, like, anything with mango sold. And
kind of. It was on the same level as the new Costco.
The new Costco lemonade.
That was, yeah.
Oh, see, I
Very
wish
close.
I almost got it yesterday, and I didn't for some reason. Because I was like, I said I'd save that for as a family drink for some reason. Oh, now I want to taste that and see if it's the same. Because you had more of that lemonade than I did, the Costco one. Oh, okay. Write us if you've had the Costco lemonade and tell us your thoughts. It's very good. It has chunks of strawberry in it. It's quite good. And then we had the veggie egg rolls, which I think were a sleeper.
Yes.
I don't think we would have ordered those if we weren't with Harper.
Yep.
Those were good. I'd get them again.
Yep.
They smelled really good. The babies loved them. Yep. They were very filling. They were very big. Like, I think we got 2 orders of them, which is 2 large ones.
Yeah.
And you can split those up, and it's pretty hefty.
Pretty hefty.
And the dipping sauce that it was with was really great, too. Then we got the chicken dumplings. Those were good.
And half of them were with Impossible meat, I think.
Yes.
That was good.
And you get about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They're pretty decent size, maybe like the size of your palm. And then they came with kind of like a soy sauce type of thing. Those were pretty good. Baby friendly. The babies really liked them. Honestly, yeah, between those and the veggie egg rolls, like you get a couple orders of those and do like a small plates thing and probably be fine.
Yep.
You got the fried rice with chicken. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I got the fried rice with chicken and Chinese sausage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was really cool. The Chinese sausage, I've never had it before. It was not like bacon, but kind of similar. It didn't taste the same, but it was similar. It tastes really good. Very filling. I felt very full afterwards. Probably one of the best fried rices I've had. So
that is the thing about Ha Long Bay's. Their portions are big. Yeah. Like, I think we were chatting with one of our friends about the pad thai, because I really like that. We talked about a really sad instance where I left it in the car, and I left it in the car way too long, and it wasn't edible after. But I think the table next to us had the pad thai, and it's like almost like a Cheesecake Factory size portion of pad thai. Yeah. So if you're also like on a budget, or like you're just with a bunch of friends and you want to try different things, the pad thai is excellent. Yep. Something to note too is, though we've been to Ha Long Bay many times, I think we both were in the mood to try new stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's been closed for a little bit, so you kind of like forget what some of your favorites are, or just want to try something new. So I did that and found like a new favorite, which was the grilled beef and shrimp plate.
Ooh.
It was very, very good and very, very filling.
I was jealous of your plate. I ain't gonna lie.
It was beautiful. If you've been to Ahan, it was like reminiscent of one of the dishes there that I think I might have gotten when we were there last. I don't remember, but it was like beautifully cupped white rice with like some green onions on top, and then there was a bed of like perfectly cut like grilled beef, and then like 4 shrimp that were nicely seasoned, and then that like sweet lemongrass sauce. I remember I gave you a piece and was like, dip it in the sauce, dip it in the sauce. It was awesome. And honestly, it might be my new favorite. Because, you know, sometimes you're not in the mood for like super heavy pad thai. Whenever I go to Ha Long Bay, I'm like, I can't just get a banh mi. Like, there's more. You got to get something else.
Yeah.
It's not curry weather for me because, you know, I like a roast duck curry. But that was a great, and I think that was like a split second where I was just like, this is going to be the one. So that was awesome. I think that's all in terms of what we got at Ha Long Bay. In terms of,
Definitely.
we're coming back. We're absolutely coming back. I mean, already trying to bring my parents, who are, again, Ha Long Bay stans. So that was awesome. Can't wait to come back. So happy that they're open, and so happy they take reservations. In this season of life where it's a little bit more challenging for us to be spontaneous with our dining plans, really happy we can plan that out. Oh, and I should mention, when I was going back and just researching what we ate, it looks like you can order online now, which you could not before. I remember when we were dating, I would say, let's get Ha Long Bay for dinner and for takeout, and I would just call for like 20 minutes in a row, and you'd get the dial tone, but if you kept calling, you would finally get someone to pick up the phone. So it sounds like you don't have to do that anymore. They have, like, I think a Toast Tab website or something where you can go and order online. So that in itself is going to be a game changer. I have a question for you.
What's up?
If a person likes Ha Long Bay, where should they try next?
My immediate place to go would be Ahan. Try Ahan if you like Ha Long Bay. I think you'll love it. But a little not known restaurant down the street from Ahan called Feast.
Oh, interesting choice.
Feast. Because I don't think a lot of people talk about that restaurant.
No, it opened in COVID.
It opened in COVID, and it's still there, which is a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Try that out too. Also, make the other turn on
Willie Street.
Willie Street, and then drive up to La
Legion. That was going to be my suggestion in the Atwood neighborhood. Yep.
So those are. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to do one, but let's do 3. Do Ahan because I know you will love Ahan. Ahan is great. The chef there is great. James Beard Award semifinalist.
And Cousins, I believe.
Cousins
with Ha Long Bay.
Ha Long Bay.
So keep it in the family.
But not a lot of people know about Feast, which is just down the road. You can get some good dumplings there. We had a good date there. And then La Legion also was really good.
We had a good tea there.
Yeah, exactly.
I love a white peach tea.
Yeah.
And they brought it to us in the teapot, and that was good. Like this beautiful, like, it was almost like a lace dumpling. I don't remember what it was, but remember it was like a beautiful lattice pattern. This was when we discovered we were becoming foodies. Yeah. I just remember it was beautiful. And we both were like, oh my gosh, the plating, which we didn't care about that until then.
Yeah.
But I do remember that. We should return to Feast.
Yeah. Because we found it, we were trying to save time. And
we went to a comedy show,
and then we found it, and it was like a really good dinner.
It was outside seating because again, this was the COVID era. So, that was good. We should go back. Alrighty, for our last segment, the Simmer Down, I want to shout out a local business that I recently tried. Seafood Center. So Seafood Center is on Whitney Way, very close to the TJ Maxx, if you know, and close to the Odana Road Madison Chocolate Company. It's in the same strip mall. They are a local business that specializes in seafood. They have frozen seafood, fresh seafood. You can order seafood hot straight off the menu. So get like a fish and chips dinner. Really excited to go back and do that. But the aforementioned seafood pasta that I made, I got the mussels and halibut from there actually. And it was incredible service. I felt very welcomed. And I'm excited to go back and spend a lot of money on seafood. They had crab legs, they had like grouper, sea bass, they had all the different types of Old Bay seasonings. Super duper excited to go back and see what they have. That's it.
That's it.
Thanks for joining this episode of Small Chops.
Ha Long Bay, we'll see you later.
See ya.